Ever leave a store with bags full of things you never planned to buy? That new charger because your old one might break soon? Those storage containers that'll finally get you organized? A quick $20 errand just became $150 of buyer's remorse. I'm Daniel, and I've spent too long watching people, including myself, hemorrhage money while pretending we're making smart choices. If your credit card statements baffle you, or you're earning more but saving nothing, stick around. Today isn't about budgeting apps or investment hacks. It's about the buy nothing rebellion and 5 spending categories silently wrecking your finances. Traditional advice says track every expense and skip your daily coffee. But saving $4 daily won't fix the actual issue. We've been conditioned to equate purchasing with progress, upgrades with improvement, and convenience with success. What if the opposite is true? What if financial freedom comes from buying less, not smarter? The buy nothing rebellion isn't extreme minimalism. It's recognizing that most purchases are psychological junk food, satisfying momentarily, then leaving you broke and wanting more. Every dollar not spent on unnecessary items becomes a dollar working for you. Here are 5 purchase categories I've eliminated entirely. Warning, number 5 will sting. New cars average over $50,000. They lose 15% value immediately after purchase, yet dealerships focus you on just $650 monthly, as if that's insignificant. Do the math. $650 monthly equals nearly $8,000 yearly. Invested at market averages, that becomes $400,000 over 20 years. Instead, most people cycle through multiple cars, pay massive interest, and always have a payment. I drive a 2007 Toyota Camry. Ugly? Sure. Theft-proof? Absolutely. Payment-free? Yes. While others compete for the newest model, I'm building wealth. Reality check. You don't own that car until it's paid off. You're renting it from the bank at astronomical rates. That's not ownership, it's financial servitude with slick marketing. No luxury watches, no designer sneakers, no expensive jewelry or trendy clothing. I refuse to dress for validation or impress people who don't care about my financial health. We've normalized financial drowning that looks fabulous. $300 shoes with $3 in savings. Designer outfits worn to jobs people hate just to afford more designer outfits. It's a hamster wheel made of cotton and leather. Truly wealthy people? Most dress ordinary. They're not proving anything through wardrobe because they don't need external validation. Their wealth shows in bank accounts and investment portfolios, not closets. Status doesn't pay mortgages, fund retirement, or buy freedom. It buys debt, stress, and pressure to maintain unaffordable appearances. Travel can be incredible, experiencing cultures, creating memories. But if you can't save cash for it, you're not vacationing, you're going into debt with better scenery. Too many people finance fun and call it self-care. They'll charge $5,000 for a European trip, claiming they need a mental health break. You know what's actually good for mental health? Not having credit card debt, not lying awake worrying about minimum payments. Want a mental health break? Walk in a local park, hike nearby trails, sit by a lake. Mental health doesn't require passports and maxed out credit cards. These unaffordable experiences aren't experiences, they're performances, buying the appearance of your best life while making real life worse. For what? Social media double taps from people you barely know? When I travel, it's planned, budgeted, and prepaid. No stress, no guilt, no bills waiting at home. That's rejuvenating travel, not debt creation. Your phone works perfectly, but there's a new model with a slightly better camera. Your laptop runs everything you need, but Apple released one 3 millimeters thinner. Your TV displays everything crystal clear, but there's one with 4 more inches. Upgrades aren't about improving your life, they're about lightening your wallet. Upgrade culture is psychological manipulation, making your functional items feel inadequate. It's artificial obsolescence in shiny packaging. My phone does 3 things: connects to the internet, takes decent photos, and makes calls.
I don't need 17 camera lenses for lunch photos or NASA-level processors for email. I definitely don't need $1,000 for the same phone as everyone else in a different blue shade. Those upgrade reminder emails, they're not opportunities, they're invitations to financial servitude. Another 2-year contract, monthly fees for devices that do what current devices already do. The upgrade trap exploits our fear of being left behind. We see others with new gadgets, and suddenly our stuff feels outdated, even though it worked 5 minutes ago. I'll upgrade when my device stops functioning, not when marketing departments decide I should spend money. That's being in control, not being a consumer. This'll ruffle feathers. If you're injured, sick, or genuinely housebound, this doesn't apply. But for physically capable people, we need honesty about what food delivery really is. It's lazy tax. You're paying extra to avoid moving your body. The economics? $15 to $30 for food from 2 miles away. Add delivery fees, service charges, tips, and food markup. You've just paid double for something requiring a 20-minute pickup. But it's not just money, it's what this represents, the slow erosion of basic skills and personal responsibility disguised as convenience. Getting food now feels like unreasonable burden. Food delivery apps turned meals into impulse purchases. You're hungry on the couch, open an app, suddenly spending $25 on mediocre Chinese food you could have made for $5. It's the Amazon one-click button for your stomach. And quality? Food sitting in bags for 30 minutes while drivers navigate town isn't peak freshness. You're paying premium prices for lukewarm disappointment. Meanwhile, that same restaurant serves it hot and fresh for half price if you walk through their door. The kicker? Regular delivery users often complain they can't invest or save for emergencies. They spend $200 monthly on delivered meals while claiming they can't afford $50 into investments. That's not a money problem, it's a priorities problem. I'm not saying never order delivery. Treat it like the luxury it is, not a necessity. Celebrating something? Actually can't leave? Hosting guests? Fine. But ordering because you can't leave the couch isn't self-care, it's self-sabotage. Eliminating these 5 categories doesn't just save money, you reclaim agency. You stop being a passive consumer and become an active participant in your financial life. Every no to wealth-destroying purchases is a yes to your future. The buy-nothing rebellion is intentionality. Your money is a tool, not entertainment. Every dollar spent on status, upgrades, financed experiences, car payments, and convenience can't compound or work for your future. Beautiful irony, the less you buy, the richer you feel. Not just from account balances, but from breaking free from the endless wanting, buying, regretting cycle. You escape the psychological treadmill, keeping people financially exhausted. Companies need you addicted to this cycle. They need you believing happiness is one purchase away, that your life is insufficient without their product. But what if your current life is already great? What if you're missing peace of mind from not owing anyone anything?
This isn't about becoming a minimalist monk with 3 shirts eating canned beans. It's recognizing that consumer culture, the emperor promising happiness through credit cards, has no clothes. Breaking these habits feels impossible initially. You'll see shiny SUVs and feel envy. You'll see Instagram vacation posts and question if you're missing out. You'll hold your 3-year-old phone and wonder if you're falling behind. But here's what nobody mentions. Month 1 is hardest. Your brain withdraws from shopping's dopamine hits. Shopping addiction is real, and breaking it requires rewiring neural pathways carved by years of impulse buying. Month 2 gets easier. You notice mental space when you're not constantly evaluating whether you need the latest thing. No more Saturday afternoons wandering Target in consumer trances or refreshing Amazon for deals. Month 3, magic happens. You feel genuinely sorry for people trapped in consumption cycles. You'll watch someone stress about car payments while wearing $200 sneakers. Instead of judgment, you'll feel relief at escaping that contradiction. Money improvements are obvious. Stop bleeding cash on these categories and your accounts look healthier. But psychological shifts are more profound. You realize most of what you thought you wanted was actually what advertising told you to want. That avoided car payment, that's $650 monthly financial flexibility, ability to take lower-paying jobs aligning with values, quit unbearable bosses, start businesses without fixed payments. Skipped status purchases, that's confidence independent of external validation. When self-worth isn't tied to wardrobes or watches, you become psychologically invincible. Declined credit card vacations? That's not missing experiences, it's gaining financial peace. Debt-free stress relief beats any spa day. Refused upgrades? That's not falling behind, it's stepping off the hamster wheel while others run faster chasing technological fashion. Broken delivery habits? That's reclaiming basic skills. More cooking means healthier, cheaper meals. Occasional pickups mean light exercise. No more impulse-ordered mediocre meals from boredom. Surprise benefit? The Buy Nothing rebellion makes you more generous. Not wasting money on financial quicksand leaves resources for people who actually need help. You're generous with time because you're not working overtime for car payments. You're generous with money because you're not spending it on status anxiety. People will shame you for opting out. They'll call you cheap or say you're missing life. Usually, these are people complaining they can't save while financing entire lifestyles. Their criticism is a projection of their own insecurity. Ultimately, this rebellion is about time. Every hour not spent working to afford unnecessary stuff is an hour for relationships, hobbies, learning, or simply existing without constant pressure to earn, buy, work more. Your future self depends on current decisions. 65-year-old you doesn't care what car you drove at 30. They care if you saved enough for comfortable retirement. They don't care what shoes impressed people whose names you've forgotten. They care if you invested in health, relationships, and financial independence. The Buy Nothing rebellion isn't about hermit living or never enjoying anything. It's choosing freedom over stuff, intentionality over impulse, and wealth over wealth's illusion. Start with one category. Watch how quickly your bank account and peace of mind transform. Your future self is counting on you. Make them